his end zone. And he's going to go down for a fourth time today, and this time the result is a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Patriots set to take over again on offense. You know, something you and I have discussed a lot is the way that they use their running backs in different ways. Out of the backfield, passing it to them. And they did that very effectively last week in that win over the Chargers 21-13.
Yeah, they utilized them to neutralize that pass rush of the Chargers, which is one of the fiercest ones in the league here in the early going. So instead of keeping them in to just block and try and protect Tom Brady, get him out of the backfield, and they ended up filling in the holes where the pass rush came from, throw the ball to him. I mean, Rex Burkhead, James White, Deion Lewis, they had 9 catches for 120 yards in the first half when they set the tone. Ended up 14 for 163 overall. Really nice game plan by New England yet again.
Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Brady. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Deion Lewis. And now running right through him. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Gronkowski, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Switching topics for a second, you know it was strange watching the Monday night game and seeing Jamal Charles in Kansas City, but not in a Chiefs jersey. And after the game, he was asked about it, and he said it felt weird. It looked weird.
It was strange all the way around, but what a nice ovation he received. from the Kansas City fans when he made an appearance in the game, because so classy are they, welcoming him back, realizing what he did for their franchise, and they did part amicably, all right? There was a reason why he was gone. But he had a fumble early that Marcus Peters picked up and ran back for a touchdown. But the best thing for him that night, even though they lost, went over 10,000 yards from scrimmage in his career. 10 active players have done that prior to him, and he still holds the yards per carry average for NFL history. 5.4 yards every time he touches the ball in a running play.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Edelman. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's all.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense...
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis taking it in from a yard out, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Coney Ealy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now out come the Patriots. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
He looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.